If there's a school that you can enter and has no fence at all, and as an outsider you can even attend lecture halls without anyone noticing that you're not a student, and you even go for 4 years course. Now this excludes the exams. You are likely to you are likely to even get free education for that time that will be here. Yeah, funny enough, you'll get that education, and guess what? Nobody will notice. But then nobody will notice. You can be here and attending lecture halls because this school doesn't have nini. It doesn't have. It doesn't have like equal to like this school is just there. It doesn't have a fence. The way it operates, it's somehow very open. You can enter and even complete with a degree. You can be like you cannot be educated right now. Maybe you have just finished nini form 4, and let's say you live around here, around this place, and maybe you didn't get the grade that you wanted in KCSE. You can decide, you know what, how about if I, maybe you wanted to do engineering and you didn't get the grade that you wanted. Do you know you can be attending lectures here in this school, eh? Provided that you start acting like a student. I swear we are going to get 4 or even 5 years education on this. You just play around and make sure during the time for the main exams, which you cannot attend without an exam card. An exam card requires your details, and your details are in your portal, and you aren't registered there. That's the only obstacle that you will get. But as for the other things, you will attend everything and even get free education if you are wise. If you really want to go to school, I'm starting to think that someday, somehow, one day, someone is going to do this, and this is going to be a big story, by the way. That is, someone went to my university, learned he was not a student there, or she was not a student there, akasoma, became knowledgeable, and is now where they are, and it will hit the news because this school is very open. And by open, I mean you can come here and mimic students and be one of them. You can be doing even the cards for the main exams. You collect them and you do them personally and mark for yourself. And chances are, if you are coming here to self-educate, or how should I say this, if you are here to educate yourself, not even educate yourself, if you are here to, if such a drive can move you to do such a thing, that means you have, okay, how do I put this, you are very bright, okay, you have the motivation to even score higher, and taking advantage of that, you will come out with a straight, either pass, not even pass, above pass, probably first class or something, because such a drive, hey man, you wanted to do some certain course, and you missed that, and you get a chance to do that, hey, you get such a big, you'll have such a strong drive to perform better than even the students themselves. But now I am not that person. Since I'm not here, school for me was discon. You see, it's not interesting at all, because somehow things happened in my life, And I don't like being a cash or acting like a not even a casualty, a victim. I don't like playing victim. But things happened in my life and I hated school. That's why I have never been interested in school. But I noted this from day one. Ever since I joined this institution called Moi University, something has always told me, "Apana, you are not meant for this, this prison." Because education is a slave system meant to create workers or even manufacture workers, not thinkers. And for me to thrive in this world, I have to be a thinker. I don't want to be like the majority of the population, because if you do, you have a very hard time. In fact, I was thinking about this yesterday. Anytime any person who is a product of the education system, you know how they think. Go to school, just just as how we were all programmed. Go to school, get good grades, get employed. That employed part is actually my main interest. That's exactly what those people think. So most of these graduates after the year 4 in university, they usually end up complaining that they don't have jobs, the government isn't providing jobs. Everyone, you can, at least 95% of that population tells or even says that if you ask any to tell you there are no jobs. Why? We are not, the system was meant to manufacture workers and not thinkers, people who can solve problems. And you see, solving a problem is actually earning money. If you can be of value to someone else, that means money will come to you effortlessly. Why would you even complain of unemployment? Unfortunately, it's just how it is. And lucky me, I think the universe sent me signs way before this happened. I joined this institution that I'm not supposed to be in this school. In fact, not even school. Even if you offer me a scholarship right now, I'm unschoolable. Like, you can't put me in a system and teach me anything. I've realized the best education is when you solve someone else's problem out there. You learn a skill out there and solve someone else's problem, either on the internet, or either physically, maybe through um, a craft that you learned. That's the best way to go to school. Besides, anything that you need right now is on the internet. You can learn anything on the internet. If you just be objective enough, you will learn something and you will be able to solve someone else's problem. And this is something that most people don't have. In fact, this by itself is a skill. Acquiring one and identifying a problem in the world, or should I say, yeah, in the modern world, and actively learning the skill and the ropes behind it so that you can solve that problem. Problems that can earn you money. That is clear. Most people miss that. I was really lucky. I think following again your intuition is something that is. I followed my intuition, and that following intuition in fact, has been a critical step in to bringing me where I am right now. I'm I don't know. I count myself lucky for such things happening. Although they traumatized me, the things that happened before this happened, but I'm lucky. But then in hindsight, I look at, yeah, fucking no wonder. Anyway, um, that's actually what most people miss. So we'll have always people complaining that there are no jobs, and that's exactly what the system requires. That's why where the matrix thrives. You don't have jobs, people will be desperate. What do desperate people? What do desperate people do? They go to church. Another option is working for peanuts. Another thing is they will be the slaves to who are aware of what is happening. They will use them. What's happening at the end of it all? People are forgetting who they are. People are forgetting their power. People are forgetting that they are gods. So you always live. Now you start living that life of loop, complaining, few resources because you are not aware of yourself. And that's exactly what the rich are using, or even the elites are using, so that they can remain on top and have the power. In fact, if you have knowledge, you have the power. And that's exactly what they usually mean by knowledge is power. If you have power over the enemies, you can do anything with them. And that's how exactly the system runs. By then, I count myself lucky that I followed my intuition to just do whatever my heart desired. And 99, in fact 100% plus 1, 100 plus 1%, most of the time, in all of the time, I always find that I'm right. It might not make sense right now, but following that intuition is going to save you from some things that are going to affect you in the future, or even the entire of your life. Right now I can do whatever I want. I haven't unlocked some certain of some certain, okay, the kind of freedom that you need to do your own things, but at least I'm trying. The kind of freedom that I've earned so far, based on the value that I'm giving to the world, has enabled me to, you know, to stay where I want, to have a life and a life that I want, and I'm actually grateful for it because not many people do reach that point. Don't you just have to appreciate that the universe will support you if you're just doing the right thing. And I'm grateful, by the way. At least you can't thank yourself. The universe has also played a critical role. There are people who have been through, who have actively um, changiad. What do you call changiad in English? Who have um, whatever contributed to this journey. But all in all, I'm grateful. I know where I'm going. I'm also going to return that value or even that favor to other people. The universe works like that. You get favor or you get favor or how should I say this? Uh, you cannot be where you are without people. Like for me to be here with someone who built a house so that they can rent. That's a person. For me to be here is someone who has been cooking every day to sell. Anyway, let me not go to that path. I think we're talking a lot of nonsense. Though nonsense, not nonsense per se, but I can't collectively I can't mention everything. To realize people have been critical in this journey, and I'm grateful. Now, today is on Saturday. I've just come from drinking tea and two mandazi. One thing, not even one thing, two things. I have not, I didn't start the project that I was supposed to start yesterday. Somehow I got into X, decided that I have been avoiding. The things happened. So I found myself just scrolling throughout the day. I don't know. I didn't make use of my time yesterday. I didn't make use of my time yesterday. In fact, the video that I did for Play by PC was not properly done. It was sort of, I just did it. The sound wasn't okay. My microphone, by the way, my phone is having some problems. I just can't record a video. I can't do anything. Like, this one has started giving me problems. I think the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max better arrive sooner than later, because if I don't have that phone, but I don't have that problem. That phone is gonna be a problem. Not even a problem. I'm gonna need that phone. So anything else? Yeah, I think today is when I'll start focusing on that video. It will take me until Tuesday. Today is more of research, educating myself, writing the script, improving the script, going over again the script. Tomorrow maybe voiceovers. On Monday probably putting everything together. And double checking. If I finish on Monday, I'll schedule the video on Tuesday. But if I finish on Tuesday, I'll post that day. So yeah, I got 250. I think it's cool. The other video is, I think right now I checked, it's on 54 views or something like that. Alright, today is on 20, is it 25th? I think so. Yeah, 25th July 2026. Teachers practice will be ending on probably Tuesday. Almost actually the same day I'll be posting that video. I'm not sure about this. I might even not even start today. I don't know. So yesterday night, I think the reason why I had to go into X and whatever happened was because I needed to go. Oh, yesterday a thought came to my mind yesterday at night, almost at 12 or 1. I was like, by the way, do you know I'll be interacting with students and I'll be recommending the best places where you can buy laptops in Eldoret. Why don't I start talking to the people who sell laptops there in Eldoret City? Oh, that's a pretty good idea. In fact, I was supposed to be sleeping that time. I was trying to get sleep and an idea just came. What if I reach out? What if I reach out fast? Because this reaching out, you don't. In fact, I cannot wait for someone to reach out. I need to reach out to them. And the closest is one. I sent emails to 4 businesses. This Nairobi laptops, which I really didn't take seriously because those people, I don't know them. They're not in close proximity with me. It's just a website that I see often when I search laptops online. I hope it's not going to overheat. Let me actually protect my back so that my phone's back. So from Nairobi laptops, I really don't expect much. I sent to another business called Saruk. This is the second. It has to be the second time that I'm sending an email to them. And you see, last time I sent them with the email MaxiPyTech. I changed the email address since this is a Google feature right now. It allows people to change emails. I changed my email. The first business that I almost started, MCAN Softwebs. But have I ever talked about this? My diaries. That was my first business idea that I started. So I created an email for them for that, MCAN Softwebs. It was more of, I want to learn how to integrate payment and offer those services to people. But I realized that, yeah, I love programming, I love computers, but programming isn't my thing. Like, plus I'm not even gifted. So I wouldn't even bother. And the reason for not doing that time, following that route, is because I didn't have a pay bill or a till. So I had no reason to even start or even to look for a pay bill to practice that. What's the point anyway? It will cost me more because applying for a pay bill or even a pay bill or till number is going to be a bit lengthy. Like it takes a lot of verification because you just don't expect to just open a pay bill or a till with Safaricom, yet you can't prove that you don't have a business. And I didn't have a business by then, so there's no point. So I did that. I avoided it, took another path of web development. Oh, by then I had learned web development. This was my first actually something that I started to. It's a first business that I wanted to start for solving people's problems so that I can earn money. It was my first attempt for making money. Back then it was in 2023. Yeah, 2023. Yeah, 3 years back. Wow. Now, after that failed attempt, I was like, I can make use of these MCAN softwares to do other things. What if I become interested in writing financial, economic blogs? And that's exactly what I did. That's when I got into blogging. I created a blogging system with using Django, Python Django. And somehow I just found myself just doing things. So, oh, it has hit me again. The fruit from this tree, it has hit me again. I don't know why it keeps on doing that. So, or am I not supposed to talk about this? Every time that I sit here, it hits me. Regardless, let me continue. Might a sign to tell me. Or someone is watching me, and the universe is trying to send me signs. Someone might be watching me here. Huh? And I'm receiving the signs. Someone is watching me. Oh. Anyway, let me just continue. So I got into blogging, and that's how I found myself writing blogs, and I got into writing by then, which I've since abandoned. I really don't write anymore. When on my personal timelines, I said I have quit social media for a while, and I ain't going back to write anymore. It's gonna be more about videos now. So that's how I got myself into that nini. What was I actually talking about? Okay, I've lost my train of thought. Um, what was I talking about before I even came to the MCAN software? It's something that I was talking about. Can't remember. Why am I not remembering? Huh. What was I talking about before? Talked about those blogs. I was into the Matrix. Oh yes, I was talking about that. I was talking about how financial independence became a thing. Um, hey, I'm not remembering that. Okay. Ah, yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. I was talking about the laptops. Saruk. Yes. Yes. I remember now. Saruk. Which other one have I sent to them? And now, a thought hit me. What if I come closer to my proximity? Besides Wakina Nairobi laptops or even computers and Saruk, what if I bring it closer to look at the people who sell laptops in Eldoret? I found about two shops. One was very recommended, has a lot of reviews on Google Maps, but how they have profiled themselves in social media, it isn't interesting at all. Not interesting at all. Like seriously, you can search a business. You can search a business on online on the internet, but the results that you get, okay, they have. In fact, they have the most reviews in Eldoret. Stuart, they sell the best laptops, but for some reasons, I cannot find their social media handles. I was like, hey, that's a number one red flag. I cannot tell my customers or the people that I be recommending laptops to go to that shop yet they don't have social media presence. Like it's just the first red flag, and for me, I just don't have to overthink it. If if a business gives you a red flag for the first time while searching on them online, please don't even proceed with the next step as you had planned. I realized why. Oh, I'm dating with people who have no social media presence. That will be putting my integrity at stake while I'm recommending people, because I want close proximity with these businesses so that even if I recommend people to go to Nini, I can physically go to that shop and verify if if whatever the customers are telling me, I'm doing this for the love of um, not even the love of, for the concern of my audience. In case there is anything, any issue, I can visit that shop and be like, Apana, I recommended you guys to my customers or even people. I now have a hand to negotiate since I'll be the main blame. So I had to filter that out. I only got two shops, which I sent the emails, similar emails, and and even I went even to their WhatsApp to send their messages and checked if they are on Facebook. And yes, they are on Facebook right now. All of them, they have social media presence, and they post regularly except one, which I'm kinda, oh, okay, why do you not post? I can use that as a leverage to be creating content for them. They'll be paying me. Yeah, I can, I can talk with them. Social media is where people are. I can bring you people there, but I'm waiting for them to reply before I reveal my intention. I can be collaborating with you and recommending you guys. However, I need to show them that I can bring customers to them. That means I have to be skilled enough to now start showing that I can sell. And you see, I'm trying to create okay, I don't know. My intuition was telling me to create this path first of connecting to the businesses. So I know where that thought of Mcansoft Webs comes in. So that email that I used for Mcansoft Webs, I changed the email address, and now it's pointing to connect.prebuypc@gmail.com, and I can now talk to people. No, not even to people. I can now talk to. I can now change email address without creating other email addresses. The reason for that, I wanted to create a professional email. Instead of using maxpytech@gmail.com, I can use this connect.pc.com so that I can reach out to businesses and I look serious and professional. Because if someone tells you that you are pre-BuyPC and the email says otherwise, they will not take you seriously. So I had to reach out again to pre-BuyPC. Okay, to Saruk for the other emails that no. Yeah, I wanted to look official. Something just told me to use that email. So right now I have a business email for that for pre-buy PC. Let this track pass. So um, so yeah, kwa hivyo it's like that. So I reached out, sent the emails. I'm waiting for some replies. Of course, they aren't online on WhatsApp. Some for Saruk, I don't expect any reply. I know I reach out expecting a reply, but for Saruk, I've just concluded that I don't need any. Not even I don't need. I expect no reply from anybody. But as for Eldoret, I think there is hope. There is a reason why I got that thought at that time, the middle of the night. Okay, if they have a reason to partner with me, which is it's a more of partner email, request of partnership. If they deny, I can change a little bit. Can change the context a little bit. Tell them I'm in Eldoret. There are students here, and they will need laptops. Yeah, I'm the only link that you have to this market. How you use that chance is now up to you. If you offer such a price, you'll have to think twice about it. Leaving money on the table. That's a bad. And for me, that's a leverage. I have to use that by advantage and make another money income stream. Just become a good salesman and things will just work out. Now, I haven't been that serious with the content that I've been making this week for Pre-Buy PC because I've been creating videos every day. Although not serious, I'm trying to get into the zone. You can't be serious all of a sudden. You have to get into the zone and now start speaking to the audience. This way you need, okay, this is how my brain works. And I'm adjusting a little bit every day so that I suit that narrative of, I cannot speak to the not even, is it speaking with the, or is it speaking to? to the audience, not with the audience, to the audience. It's something that I want to. It's something that I want it to come naturally. There's this biker, bicycle. This biker is moving with the rear wheel, with the front on in the air. Hey, he's flexing. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, I'm trying to get into the zone. Next week now, after I do this video that I'm planning. After I do this video that I'm planning to do, now I start getting serious and start posting serious content. I'm trying to get into the zone. Once my brain decides it's now time to get the audience attention, now I'll be serious. So it's more of, okay, let me create that conducive environment and realize what works and what doesn't work with my voice, with my stature, like the way I sit, or even the way I talk. I adjust some few nini settings. From next week, after doing this video, now I get into serious business. Since actually this is something that I've put so much, I don't know, attention on this video that I'm going to do. Although there are 2 more that I'm going to do that still have my attention, but after doing them, I think I'll be at a good place to say, the front wheel has moved, has disconnected. It's now moving with the bicycle with on one wheel. Hey, anyway, mind my own businesses. So that's exactly what is happening. So before I do this after I finish this video is when I'm coming back to do serious things and start talking seriously. Probably I'll upgrade and start doing 2 videos per week. I mean per day, not even per week. That way I appear more serious and I know what I'm talking about. Numbers right now are important to me. So after I do this video, I'm going full mzuka. And you see the language that I'm using is Kiswahili. So it's relatable to the audience that I want to target. My target actually is Kenyans, not. And after I successfully create a brand, I can now start moving to the international markets, and that means I'll have to be speaking English. Good thing is, doing this diaries actually have helped me in actually improving my fluency in English. I really don't have to think about the words that I'm going to use while speaking. They just come out just naturally. The problem is that I'll have when you're doing proper videos, educational videos for the camera, and you're looking at the camera, you sort of start to I don't know how to say this. Like, fluency becomes something that you have to struggle with at first if you are not calm. Remember, you have to do a structured video. Anyway, that's why I decided I'll go freestyle at first so that I feel comfortable in just speaking to my thoughts. Just as how I do my diary here. It will be more convenient if I do that. Yeah, my speaking will just come out naturally, and I have a better chance to be trusted. I stand at a better place to be trusted if I speak naturally, like I'm speaking my mind, compared to if I do a video and it's structured. I have to break down the video. So Plus, it's actually very demanding to even start to edit a video. You have to, oh, I said this at this point, cut, complete with the other part. Like, it's so exhausting sometimes. So I have to go freestyle so that if I upload a video, it goes as it goes. That's why I'm spending my time in getting into the zone, which for me actually it's more of a mindset than it is something that I need to improve. I need to learn the ropes on. I already have the skill. I can speak, but the skills that I'm improving on is the skill of convincing and persuading. Those are the skills that I have to learn while on the go. I think that's it. Yesterday I ate some chips, and I promised myself that I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to eat another. Yesterday I just felt like doing it. I think one last time I'm going to get bajia. That's my last meal that I'm going to eat to enjoy this moment before people start coming. I don't know. I don't know when. But when I feel like, I'm going to order the first, actually the last time. Is there anything else? I don't think so. There's nothing else to talk about right now. So, yeah, I'm going back and start working on that video. The notes. I have to look at the process, I have to feel it, and I have to see it first in my mind before I now start creating the visuals. Organize the script, since the AI will be doing the voiceover, planning the video. In fact, I'm taking so much time to plan the video. It might even go until tomorrow. After I write for the first time, I start questioning. What is that part that will make people hooked or continue watching my video? That's where I'm interested in. Haya, what else? I don't have anything else to talk about. Yeah, nothing. Nothing interesting, nothing too major to talk about. Yeah, I think that's that. Remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. But I need to go to the hospital, and this internal style needs to be removed. This one, it's making me wake up with some tears. Like my eyelids are properly shut. Not even properly, they are shut off completely. And the tears have glued it together. I need to go to the hospital so that this internal sty is removed. Or I can use my energy, my spiritual energy to heal that part, since I know I have the power. Yeah. I've taken a proper bath, I've walked, exercised. So let me go back to the house and figure out something I can do with. Let me make something useful with my time. Yeah, in my life. Remember, I came here with an objective, so I need to. Hiya, I really don't have time. I have almost 8 GB and it's 44 minutes. Remember, I don't have anything else. Remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Until another time, adios.